Hey folks, it's me, Joseph, coming back at you again with another episode of Art and the Garden, the series where I share with you two things I have an enormous passion for: my art and my container garden. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna start off with a quick watercolor pencil rendering of my first bell pepper, first of many. Now that I've gone back out to the garden, I have about 5 or 6 that are growing, and they're doing pretty well. However, this episode is really not about the bell pepper, it's really about the potatoes. But I just wanted to give you a quick study working with these watercolor pencils. They are really, again, I always brag on how versatile this medium is, and I really enjoy the fact that I can really create some really nice renderings. Here I'm using earth tones, really just greens, light greens, different shades and tones of green. And after doing, I first, did just a rough sketch, and now I'm sort of blocking in color that I will be later, at a later date, going back in and adding the water to blend everything. The bell pepper is a fun crop to grow. Peppers as a whole are a fun crop to grow in my garden. And again, this is my first time growing bell peppers in a container. I've grown them in ground and had some success with that. But yeah. So anyway, I'm blocking in color, and this is going to be a real quick one. Now, the episode that you're about to see is all about, when we go to the garden, is all about the potatoes, and how it was my second attempt at growing potatoes. The first attempt turned out pretty good, and I think I had that in a previous episode. But I think this turned out pretty good. We'll see. We'll see. I can't wait to share with you the process and how I went about trying to manage the potato beetles that attacked my first batch of potatoes that I began growing. So anyway, I'm going to finish up, well, not finish up, but I'm going to continue to block in a little more color here and come to a stopping point. And how about we go out and visit the garden? All right, let's grow. Use the part. All right, so this is my second shot at growing potatoes. The first batch I grew some red potatoes, and they were attacked by potato beetles, but that's okay. This is my second shot at it, and these are russet potatoes that I planted from store-bought potatoes and cut them. And so, we're gonna see how all of this came out. I don't have photographs of when I first began growing the potatoes, but
I do have the end results. And so, just a little bit about growing potatoes. The time it takes for russet potatoes to grow in containers can vary depending on various factors such as the temperature, light conditions, soil quality, and other environmental factors. Generally, it takes about 90 to 120 days for russet potatoes to mature and be ready for harvest after planting in the containers. However, it's important to note that the growth rate of potatoes can also be affected by the size and depth of the container, the amount of sunlight they receive, the quality of the soil, and how well they are cared for. In general, potatoes will grow faster in warmer temperatures and in well draining soil that is kept moist but not waterlogged. The one thing that I think one mistake I made was having them in a more shaded area. But we'll see. To know when your potatoes are ready for harvest, you have to keep your eye on the foliage of the plant. When the leaves begin to yellow and die back, that's the sign of the potatoes reaching maturity. And at that point, like right now, you can see they are ready to be harvested. And let's see how much we got. Okay. Okay. Yeah, as I was saying, it all depends on, they're ready to be harvested when the foliage begin to turn yellow, the leaves begin to turn yellow, and they begin to die back. So that's where we are right now. And so far in this first container, looking pretty good. I like what I'm seeing so far, but still not as many as I thought I might get. But that's okay. That's okay. So I'm gonna keep on. Oh, hey, look at that. This was nice. Nice. A couple. Pretty good size. Not a big yield. Not a lot of potatoes, but some pretty nice sized potatoes in this one so far. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep going, and you keep watching, and we'll see what we end up with in the end. All right. So let's see what we got at the end of the day. We have some big ones, some small ones. But yeah, a lot better than the first go round when I planted the red potatoes and they were attacked by the potato beetles and I had to harvest them a little earlier. But this is pretty good, pretty good. So I'm satisfied with it. At my second shot at growing potatoes, and like I said, yeah, I'm happy about this. So a few things I'll do a little different next time is probably give them